Good evening to you, friends. On this Friday, I'm Greg Merriweather. Thanks for joining us here just after 9 o'clock. We'll give you a preview of what we're working on. So U.S. Marshals, the service, they have captured now one of the two remaining inmates who escaped from the New Orleans jail, believe it or not, now 6 weeks ago. Antoine Massey was found alone in an Airbnb in New Orleans. He was in a neighborhood after law enforcement, they got a Crime Stoppers tip that he was there. The owner of the house says she had no idea he was there, so he was basically squatting. Massey was wanted for rape and kidnapping in St. Tammany Parish. So this now leaves Derek Groves as the remaining fugitive out there. Don't forget Crime Stoppers reward, and it is a big one. The LSU Board of Supervisors just approved that plan to widen the west side of Nicholson Drive. The project will widen the stretch between Gurrier to Brightside from 1 lane to 4 lanes. The state and city are working together on this plan. We're told that the bidding process for the project is set to start in September. Well, you may have noticed a recent spike on your electricity bill since the start of the summer. That's because, of course, your AC working extra hard to keep you cool. If you can't cover those bills and you're of a certain income, the Office of Social Services is here to help. This is video from an event they held earlier today. The line was wrapped around the library there. They're setting people and getting them set up. We're told that the funding is based on your income again, and all you have to do is fill out the application, and the social services team will take it from there and handle the rest.
And we want to make sure that everybody is, taken care of and nobody's without because they have to choose which one they want to do. Eat, or buy groceries or pay their utilities bills.
So if you missed the event today, you still have time to sign up. You can walk in or call the Office of Social Services at any time. Let's check in on your weather now and over to meteorologist Henry Blakes.
Hi everyone, Henry Blakes here at the WFB First Alert Desk with your weekend forecast, and it does call for more hot, muggy weather. Baton Rouge Saturday forecast, a high of 93 degrees and a 60% chance of an afternoon and evening shower and thunderstorm, but that's going to be the case throughout the entire region. I'm not expecting it to be a washout for your Saturday, but bring the rain gear with you, especially if you're heading out early, because if you run underneath some of those stronger thunderstorms, you are going to need the umbrella, if not the ponchos. Now, as we look at your weekend rainfall forecast, we're going to have some locations picking up anywhere from 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 to 1/2 an inch in some locations. It just depends on if you're underneath some of those slower moving storms, which will likely be on Sunday, where those rain chances are bumped up to 80%. Maybe some mid to late morning rain on Sunday into Sunday afternoon and evening. Besides that, elevated rain chances remain through the middle of the next work week, but by the 4th of July, next Friday, it looks like we've got a slight 30% chance of an isolated storm or two. Besides that, highs will remain in the low to mid 90s with lows in the 70s.
All right, Henry, thank you. So happening tomorrow, the Basin Music Hall will open its doors to help support injured BRPD officer Sergeant Caleb Eisworth. The benefit concert will kick off tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 5 bands will perform all throughout the day. There will also be giveaways and a silent auction. All the money raised will go toward the Eisworth family. If you'll remember, he was injured on purpose. That suspect has since been arrested. The officer has now been fighting for his life in the ICU for at least 2 weeks. Again, severely injured in that motorcycle crash that was caused on purpose. Also tomorrow, the Baton Rouge Pride Fest. They are celebrating their free event, celebrating diversity, inclusion, and being united, they say. There will be artwork, free HIV testing, and entertainment for the whole family. It starts at 11:30 at the Raising Cane's River Center. You can find tickets there at that website. Coming up on 9 News at 10, we sat down with a woman who is suffering from West Nile virus. She is the latest case, actually the first case of this year.
Right now?
I feel tired.
Tired. She's had a long day. She's got 3 hours a day of physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy. So she's getting better every day.
This is the state's first case of West Nile this year. That woman lived in Livingston Parish. We're going to tell you about her lifestyle and how it's kind of unusual that she was able to catch West Nile. Doesn't spend a lot of time outside. See you at 10.